Hello everybody, my name is KINGJAKYL. Welcome to World of Tanks Blitz. I want to do a few things to you. I want to do an experiment and see how things go in terms of how this would go for recording. So hopefully you understand. So first things first, I want to give you guys a pretty damn good review of the T29 Tier 7 heavy tank. This is probably one of the worst times to start it, but you know what? I love the damn tank. I love it a lot. I've had the good games, and I've had those really, really bad games, so first things first, why don't we go on right ahead and get into the garage talk here. I don't really have enough to pay for equipment, if you can't already tell. I don't have a heck of a lot of money. I actually have to get more credits sooner or later. So that's how that works. Another thing is I have to do as well is go on ahead and let you guys know how this all works. Recently there's been an event going on because there is the Olympics in Rio going on, where, like, that's what this camo is. It's that whole new camo, but that's besides the point. Now, thing is, I haven't completely grinded this all the way out. I'm still working on getting to the top engine, but this is how it's been for me. I did probably one of the stupidest things. I went in from the German Jumbo instead of actually coming in from the M6, because I wound up having to grind through the 90mm gun just to get to this one. So that's kind of like a slap in the face right there, guys. It's like getting kicked in the balls. Do not whatsoever go if you're gonna go to the heavies. Start with the T1 heavy, go to the M6, and then get the T29. Don't go from the mediums to the heavies, because you're gonna regret it. You're gonna fucking regret it. That's how it works. One of the main things that I will have to say about this is definitely not like most of your heavy tanks in the game. Most of your heavy tanks in the game, mainly from Germany. Here, I don't even own one, but I can go on ahead and pull it up. I think one of the main heavy tanks you're going to be going up against in Germany would happen to be the Tiger 1. Almost always you're going to go up against the Tiger 1. I mean, this is just stock for right now, but the Tiger 1, this is what you're going to wind up going up against the most. And that's the goddamn truth right there. That's going to be the most often you're going to run into that, or the IS, or any of that. Those tanks can go up close and personal, and can fight and brawl at close range. The T29, it is a really, really, really good brawly tank. It's probably one of the best in Tier 7. It does not excel at close range. You can do okay at close range, but where you're really going to excel is medium, is from about medium ranges. You don't want to get up too close. You want to use your gun to your advantage. You want to actually poke out behind hills, use your gun depression, and abuse it. And on top of that, you want to get hull down and stay hull down. And that's the one thing you need to remember to do. So that's the main thing. One of the things that I definitely do have to say is probably one of the greatest weaknesses is you never want to get penned in the side, because the side armor here along the side, it's like 70 here. Why don't I actually go on ahead and pull up the stats for you really quickly? Yeah, protection hit points. It's one of the highest hit points at Tier 7, but that's besides the point. The front is 102, and that's actually angled really well. Sides, 76. Rear, 51. So you don't want to get hit in the sides or rear. Turret armor, front on is 279. Sides and rear, 127 and 102. So you're really getting really good protection right there. So that's one thing you got to remember. With this gun that I have right here, I can fire off exactly 5 rounds a minute. Average damage, you're going to get about 310 average damage, so that's pretty good for a Tier 7, so don't expect it to be absolutely amazing, but it's one of the harder hitting guns. if you really, really, really want to go all out. Now, you don't necessarily need APCR to really get the job done. You don't have to, but if you really are wanting to and are willing to pay that extra money to go the extra mile, that's the penetration it has. It has 245 penetration. For armor piercing alone, it just has 198, and high explosive 53. So you're not going to get very much with the high explosive. The turret on its own, now I do remember that this tank has at least a minus 10 degree gun depression, so you get yourself behind a hill, get hull down, you're going to do absolutely fine. So why don't we go on right ahead, get in a few battles, and show you how this thing performs. Alright, we're going to get into the first game here on Castillo. We're going to be getting in, we're going to get in, basically play like we should. And preferably in the T29, what you want to do, you want to stay at medium ranges. You don't want to go into long-range engagements because you're not going to actually have a lot of the accuracy to do so, and you'll see some of why. And short range is a big no-no in this tank because you don't have the traverse speed to do so. So staying at about arm's length, or, well, in this case, staying at medium range is the best chance you have for survival. Also, you want to also stay in spots where you can use your gun depression and abuse that gun depression like it's nothing you can else do. So, by using your gun depression, you can hide your cupola, and that's a huge weak point, so you want to actually hide that. Also, you generally tend to keep your hull armor a little bit better protected by doing so, because your front, yeah, that's amazing armor, but the sides and rear, not so much. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to get up here on this hill, see what I can spot, get some shots into some people, and if I can kill, I can kill. If I can't, I can't. I mean, this is a 7v7 game, so there's not a heck of a lot of people to shoot. So I'm going to get this Sturo Mule, head back down to the reload, come back over here, and somebody spots the Hellcat. I'm going to guess it's our Spare Panzer that spotted him. And I get a good shot in, and the Spare Panzer gets a nice shot into him. So we were pretty much focusing down some of the guys, so that's pretty damn good. And Hellcat calls out noob. Typical. Okay, so the Cromwell hits me. I back over, and their Spare Panzer is sitting there spotting for their team, which is why I got spotted. So I come over here, and I don't get a shot on the Tiger, so I back up for a second, and I see that the Cromwell's coming out, so I get in, derp a shot, and miss. So now that I have to wait for the reload, I can't really speed things up, so the Spare Panzer gets him. Good job. Good job. Okay, and then their Spare Panzer is pretty much shot down. The Tiger comes out and pokes his head around. And I see this as an opportunity, so I hit him in the side, but I don't get a good enough damage roll. Somebody else got an amazing damage roll and killed him, so I have to give them that. Now, the T43 over here is coming back over this way, trying to deal with the T150. And I'm going to help him out in whatever way I can. So I'm looking for the lower glacis, except that I can't get it over him. Alright, so I hit him right, trying to hit the one flat plate on the upper glacis, but I couldn't. Instead, I track him because my accuracy is so shit. Well, it's not as bad as some guns. I mean, it's 0.4 accuracy. So, you're gonna miss. Especially at long range. But at close range, or medium range, you're gonna do well enough to where the gun's gonna hit almost every time. So, keep that in mind. So, now, all they have left is their T29, who's deciding to bum rush. I'm gonna go over there and see if I can help out a little bit. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in time because my speed is absolute shit. So, I'm gonna raise away. feel like it's a little bit tired. I'm wading the water, and the game ends. So, for the first battle out of the two, that's not bad. I didn't really get any kills, but I definitely did what I needed to help out my team. Now, here's the second recording. Now pay attention to the lineup. I'm very close to bottom of the pack. Look at their team, look at my team. Usually when I see this, that means we either have a very strong team or I have a very poorly built tank. I'm going to guess that's because we have a very strong team at the moment and not really so much a very poorly built tank, because I'm looking at where their T29's placed, and that just means they have a bit of a worse team than what we have, because we have a few ISs on our team. We also have a few KVs. Well, we actually only have one KV, an SU. We have a T25 and a Cromwell. So we're a pretty strong team. What they have a VK, they have 2 Tigers, a T29, T20, 1 IS only, and they also have a Black Prince. So they're not as strongly built. They don't really have as uniformly strong as a wolf pack kind of a team thing going on. But you'll see in a second what they do, and it's weird. Now, I'm looking at that VK kind of funny, because I think he might come around and hit me from the back. But it doesn't look like I have to worry about it, because I know some of my teammates are going over there to cover that flank. So I come out over here, and I spot, or at least I assume I spotted, that Black Prince. So he repairs his track, because he gets tracked. Or not. So he moves. I get hit in the side. I get a third of my health shaved off by Tiger. So I back up. Now what I should have done is go around and try and hit him from that flank, but I would have had to deal with the Black Prince, so shit happens. So I come over here. I hit him in the upper glaze when I was really needing to hit him in that flat plate, because I would have had a better chance of penning that. Just slightly better chance. So I come around here seeing what's coming around behind me, but at the same time I'm thinking about going around there, because I can't stay in that position, because I'm going to get hit from the side again, and it's going to be devastating. So I move around from the side here, and as I'm going around, I look at it, I see the Tiger P coming out. I'm seeing about seeing if I can get him, but no, I can't. And then I see what's on the hill. There are 2 tanks on the hill. Now, I'm thinking about either going up there and using my gun depression, or going around the side and using this ditch. Yeah, I think about going around this on the side on the ditch, because I kind of have a personal vendetta against that Tiger P. So I come around over here, I get myself a nice juicy side shot on him, and I back up to the rear. I get spotted, of course, again, probably by the Tiger P looking at my direction. So I come up over here, and I get a last good shot right, I would assume, turret ring, and I back up to the reload again so I don't get hit by that Tiger. I'm looking up the hill. I see that there's a T29 and an IS, so I'm going to deal with those guys next. So I jerk off the last shot on the Tiger. Now, I have one of 2 choices here. I can go forward or backwards and just deal with him, but I'm saying, fuck it, I have to take out that T29. I notice he's going hull down, so I absolutely, positively have to take him out. So I come over here, and I hit him right in the back of his turret, which is one of the weaker spots on the T29. So once that he's taken out, that's one less threat we're dealing with. Now, I hit this IS right in the back. I was trying to engine him, but he backs up, and I'm backing up, trying to hide myself, because I don't know if I even had his attention in the first place, but now I do. I mean, now there, he hits me pretty hard. I'm assuming the cupola is where he hit me, because that was one of the few things I was able to expose, unless he actually got a good enough angle to hit me on the engine deck, or if he hit me really nicely in the side. So I get one final shot off at him, and I get shot. That's how things go in World of Tanks Blitz. In World of Tanks in general, that's kind of how things go. But the T20 did it. Now somebody got him right in the engine shot, and the Cromwell noticed what was going on, and he's just getting the hell out of dodge. Now, our IS over here is just working on him, and it's the T25 that finishes him off. So, that's the end of this game for you guys. Now, let's load up the results screen for this match so you can kind of see how things are. Now, I'm going to let you know right now, this is a 7v7 type match, so rules are a little bit different as to how to get medals, like Top Guns are 4 kills, Riley Walters are 5, and if you play PC, you already know how to get those, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that one. So, let's see the results screen so I can kind of show you here what I did. Well, it doesn't really say what I did, how I did it. So I'm going to say this right now. I did 2,074 damage. I lost a little bit of credits. I'm guessing because of repair cost. And on double XP, I did pretty good. I got a Top Gun and I got a Reaper. Thank you guys all so very much for watching. I'll see you guys all later.